So we reported on the Fowler show a couple weeks ago that TSA lines are an absolute nightmare right now. Chicago's airport has been hit the hardest. There's a YouTube video that was going around showing someone taking like 20 minutes to walk from one end of the line to the other. People are waiting in line, reporting upwards of 3 to 4 hours. It's an absolute nightmare. Don't even get me started on the TSA. I have a lot of problems with them. I think they're incredibly ineffective. I don't think they do anything. I don't think they're really stopping terrorist plots like they were created to do.
I have TSA pre-check, so I don't have any of these problems.
In Chicago, the TSA pre-check line was an hour long.
That's insane.
Yeah, now you've got a problem. Okay.
I'm flying through O'Hare in a couple weeks, I'll tell you.
You better watch out. Yeah, report that. You can shoot a video, maybe, but I don't know. Be careful, because they may not want you to film TSA checkpoints. Anyways, TSA lines may finally be getting shorter thanks to a new bill that is coming through Congress. Okay, earlier this year we were talking about the long wait times at airports, and according to the LA Times, the TSA is employing 42,000 screeners, down from 47,000 3 years ago. But the number of people flying right now is incredibly high. The economy is in fact doing very well, which means that people are going to be flying more. Now, the House passed the quote-unquote, this is the name of the bill, Checkpoint Optimization and Efficiency Act, which will require the TSA to reassess its staffing situation. Here is what the bill is saying. So this is currently passed the House. It has not passed the Senate. The TSA of the Department of Homeland Security shall begin and complete within 30 days after enactment of this bill an assessment of its staffing allocation model to determine the necessary staffing positions, including use of canine explosive detection teams and technology, to all U.S. airports at which it operates passenger checkpoints. The staffing allocation model shall be based on staffing levels necessary to maintain minimal passenger wait times. Okay, that's the name of the bill. I have huge problems with the TSA. They're ineffective. I do believe that based on some of the investigations that have come out, they are not good at actually stopping weapons from coming through their checkpoint.
Right, and I think this has less to do with the workers of the TSA and more with policy and implementation. You can't blame.
I don't blame the workers.
No,
at all,
I'm not saying you blame the workers. Do you feel as though I said you blame the workers?
No, but I agree with you.
The workers are doing the best they can, but they're not being given the training or the tools to figure out the problems. And it just seems to me that, like, and I do TSA pre-check, and even on pre-check, there's some things you're just like, well, this just doesn't make, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, mind you, there are also very stupid passengers. And I say this over and over again. It gives me the EBGBs when people, like, go to TSA pre-check and they're like, nothing, all they say, keep your shoes on, take nothing out your bag, and make sure there's no medals on you. And you walk up to the pre-check line and there's some lady taking off her shoes, or there's somebody who has their cell phone in their pocket. Just listen. If you listen and actively listen, you'll be fine.
Sure. I mean, I have a little bit more of a controversial stance on this. I mean, I do generally believe that the way the TSA currently exists is ineffective, and I think it should be totally
effective?
I just don't think it's doing anything. I mean, we're really not hearing.
Oh, but it's a false sense of security,
which I have a problem with. I don't think that is useful.
I mean, I agree with you on that point. Like, it's the same as for, like, you can have three 3-ounce bottles, but you can't have one 9-ounce bottle. So if I were going to carry explosives in, I mean, I'm not saying I am, but just logically, if I needed 9 ounces of, I needed 9 ounces of this, whatever. I don't even know how to build a bomb, so I wouldn't know how to tell you. Right? If I needed 9 ounces of this one thing, I just put them in 3-ounce bottles.
It's really stupid.
So that's just, like, silly. Or you can't carry water in.
Listen, here's the real deal. What's really going on? Let's imagine a scenario where there were no checkpoints. Like, let's just pretend it was just like getting on Amtrak or something for an airplane. When you look at the numbers, I mean, as terrible as terrorist attacks are, when you look at the actual hard numbers of how many people are killed in the United States by a terrorist attack per year, it is so low. You are more likely to get killed by your refrigerator falling on you and killing you than that. And we are wasting billions of dollars with this TSA, which is just slowing down people, which hurts the economy because people are wasting their time, which decreases productivity. And it's really not doing anything.
I concur.
I mean, it's more of like it's
a false insecurity. Like, exactly. I am okay with the former. I mean, I remember before TSA, like, you just had to walk through magnetometers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you just don't have a gun.
Right. I mean, that's
don't have a gun, don't have a butane lighter. No flammables, no gun. I mean, I think, we really should have a conversation about, like, is taking off your shoes really making a difference?
I don't think any of this is really making a difference.
I mean,
because when you see these investigations, they like stick an ice pick into their bag and run it through security.
I mean,
and the
like I
TSA
said,
doesn't find
it's a lack of training. I mean, and I'll tell you a story. The person will be nameless, but I know somebody who travels, like, they're a woman, and they use, like, I don't know why they do this, but they use a scalpel blade to shave their eyebrows. I don't know. I would never use a scalpel to shave my eyebrows. I go to a professional.
I don't know anything about this.
But like a scalpel blade, surgical scalpel.
Right. No, I know what you're talking
and
about.
They had a pair. So they went through TSA. They had a surgical scalpel and a pair of scissors. The TSA people, because of a lack of resources and training, took away the scissors and let them keep the surgical scalpel.
There you go.
And the scalpel is 40 times more dangerous than a
9/11
pair of
happened
scissors
with box cutters, right? I mean,
a scalpel blade with one swipe can have like your whole small intestines on the ground.
Sure. It's a perfect example. All right, we got to go to the moment, but let us know what you think in the comments below, folks.